Listen, if you don't have experience, it's actually really simple to get clients, and I'm going to show you how to get high ticket clients in the next 60 days for your coaching or agency business. So let's get into it. The first step is the market research, okay? And this is really important, and you need to do it the proper way, by the way. It's not just like about any type of research. And research, I'm going to show you how to do it in this video, but research is going to help you with multiple things, okay? So first of all, it's going to help you build the product that you're going to sell. Okay, so whether you want to sell like a high ticket coaching program, like a course or anything like that, obviously that's going to be your product, but it's also going to help you to deliver the service. Okay, so obviously if you're an agency, you're going to deliver a service, and you need to know and to understand exactly what your clients need and want if you want to get clients for this, right? And so this is the first part that the market research is going to help you with. The second part is going to be the marketing side of things, which is, quite obvious. And frankly, the research is the most important part. It's like the 20% is going to get you the 80% of the results. So with marketing, like obviously it's going to help you build the cold DMs, build the email copy, the pitch copy, and everything like that. So listen, if I did the proper market research when I first started my business like years and years ago, then I would have gotten like my first high ticket clients a lot faster. So this is really, really going to help you with marketing, and you're going to directly use the market research data to build a cold DM system, again, the email system, write ads, whatever it is that you want to do. Now, obviously, the next question is, well, okay, I know that I need to do research, but how do I actually do it? And it's really simple. Let's just zoom in here a little bit. But first of all, you need to have like a proper niche that you have, picked essentially, right? So obviously, if you have like an agency or like a coaching business, you need to decide exactly what your market is. Okay, what niche are you going after? Because if you don't have like a clear niche that you're going after, then how are you going to do the research, right? Because if you're not sure if you want to work with chiropractors or real estate agents, or you maybe don't even have an idea about the kind of niche that you want to work with, then how are you supposed to do the market research, right? Because you need to go after a specific person, you need to go after a specific market. So obviously step 0 before doing the market research is deciding exactly what is the market that you're going after, okay? And I see a lot of coaches getting stuck on this because they are good at solving a problem, right? For example, maybe like someone is a gut health coach or something like that, but they haven't picked like a specific market. And if you don't know what market you're going after, then it's impossible to do market research because you don't know who you need to talk to, okay? So obviously step 0 is select a specific niche, whether that's, chiropractors, law firm owners, whatever it is, right? Coaches, consultants, if you're targeting the whole broader market, or whatever it is, you need to know exactly who you need to be talking to, because this is how you're going to conduct the research, okay? And then after this is, okay, how do you conduct the research? Well, the best form of market research is going to be interviews, and I'm going to explain why and how you're going to use those interviews to actually land your next clients, again, in the next 60 days, okay? So the interviews is the best way to kind of do that, where you just jump with the prospect on a Zoom call. You ask them some questions, and I'm going to tell you what questions to ask them, and based on those questions, you're going to pick all of those, all of the things that you're looking for, all of the data that obviously is going to help you to build your product, your service, and your marketing assets, okay? Now, obviously, again, first of all, let's just say that you want to go after lawyers, okay? So you decided that you go after this market, then you need, obviously you need to get them on a calls, right? You need to conduct interviews with them. So in order for you to get prospects, and especially like quite busy people, if you want to get them on calls, then you need to make them an offer, okay? Because their time is valuable, okay? So you need to make like an offer. You need to incentivize them to actually get on a call with you and help you out with the interview, okay? So how we do that is we actually have a interview offer, okay? So how you do that is you either offer, a coaching session, like a one-on-one, one-on-one time for them, essentially. Like you're just going to help them solve a specific problem. Like, for example, if you are a weight loss coach, right, and you are trying to get people on a call so they can do the research, well, what you can offer in exchange in that case is you can just offer like a free coaching session, okay, or like 2 free coaching sessions, or even hands-on support for like an entire week, right? Where you're going to help them, you're going to build the meal plan for them, right? You're going to build like the workout plan for them. So you just need to offer something in exchange for people jumping on interviews with you. Okay, so again, one form of it can literally be like just one-on-one coaching. Okay, just jump with them on a coaching call, and you just coach them on whatever problems they have. So this is obviously when you offer your time, but it can also be like a personalized assessment, audit, like a strategy plan, like, whatever, one-on-one consultations, you help them with a specific challenge. Or if your program is already built, so if you obviously your course is already built, but you need to do market research, is, you can offer them like a module, like a resource from the program. Or, obviously if your program is not done yet, then you can just tell them that, hey, I'm going to give you access to this module as soon as it's ready. Okay. And, besides this, you can also just give them like checklists, guides, workshops, software, or, anything like that. That maybe you have that you can give them, and obviously you have to give them something that's actually going to be useful. So this is like the caveat. You need to offer something that's actually valuable, not something that is like a throwaway bonus or something like that. Okay, so obviously what you're going to do next is, after you have the interview offer dialed in, you know exactly what you're going to offer them, you know exactly what the market is that you're going after, then it's really simple. Is you just want to reach out to prospects for interviews, okay, so they can actually conduct the interviews. So how you're going to do that is really simple. You're just going to be pretty honest, with them. You're just going to let them know like, hey, I'm looking to build this offer, and so I want to make sure that I'm building exactly what the market needs, and so because of this, I want to conduct some interviews. So are you open to helping me out with the interviews? It's just going to be like a 30-minute chat. And in exchange, I'm going to give you X, where obviously X is the interview offer, is what you're actually going to offer them in exchange for their time. Okay. So this is how it's going to happen. Obviously, this is an example of a script. You can just stop the video and see right here how exactly you would do that. You can also have like follow-up messages, which is kind of crazy. And this is what you need to do. Like, reach out to 30 people per day, okay, so that you can conduct the research interviews, and I should say like 30 people in the niche that you're going after. So again, if you decided that you want to go after lawyers, then what you're going to do is you're just going to message like 30 lawyers per day, okay, every single day. You're going to reach out to them and then propose them to get on an interview. Okay, so as soon as you've done that, obviously you're going to have some people who are going to take you up on an interview, and they're going to agree like, okay, let's just do the interview, whatever. And so obviously you need to ask them specific questions, and the questions that you are asking for the research are actually super important, because if you're not asking the right questions, you're not going to get the context that you need, and ultimately like the whole research is not really going to be helpful. So here I have a list of questions that you can ask prospects, okay, so that you can do the proper research and you can get the proper data. And one thing that I wanted to mention before you actually get into the research is, it's really important. You need to have like a note taker, or you need to record a call. Okay, you need to record a call, because what you're going to do after you have conducted the interviews is you are going to take all the data and you are going to stack it somewhere, so that afterwards you can use it for your marketing, for your product development. So the data that you're going to gather in all of these interviews is actually going to be really, really valuable. So it's really important that you actually record a call. And how you can do that is, again, like a note taker, like a Fathom note taker. Okay, this is an app, just Fathom. And you can use that to record the calls if you do them on Zoom. And again, it's really important that you actually record the interviews, because you're going to look at them afterwards. So anyways, recording is important, but here are the questions that you would ask them. So, what is the biggest challenge that you're facing right now in your life or career? And obviously you want to make these questions specific to your niche. Okay, so if you have like a B2C offer, obviously you're not going to ask them like, what's the biggest challenge in your business right now? Okay, you're going to have to adapt all of these questions based on your market and based on your offer. Okay, again, the next thing is, is there anything else that you're struggling with right now? Okay, how long has this been a challenge as part of your life? So there are multiple questions in here that you need to ask. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can just stop the video and just pretty much steal them and then conduct the interviews with these questions, and there you go. So this is exactly how this would be. You want to ask them all of these questions, because the more data you get from them, the better it is, and the easier it's going to be for you to actually build the offer and build the program, okay, that you want to do. So let's just say that you have conducted the interviews. Now, in terms of how many interviews you want to conduct, I would recommend that you conduct at least 20 interviews, okay? And if you have like 20 solid interviews, then honestly you have like solid research, and this means that your offer is literally guaranteed to work because, well, you build it exactly for the client, okay? You build it exactly with your clients in mind. So this is really powerful. And so this is the first point, okay? Like, again, you want to build the offer with the client in mind, specifically for the client. After you have conducted 20 research interviews, you must be able to see some patterns, okay? But ultimately, this is part of the research process, which is the most important. So after you've done the research interviews, right, again, you've gathered the data from 20 interviews, then you are going to see some patterns, and based off the patterns, you're going to be able to build the offer, okay? You're going to be able to build a promise. You're going to be able to build, the deliverables, like what do you actually promise? You're going to understand so well like how your clients are thinking, okay, that you're just going to be able to build something specifically for them. So this is actually the secret in building like world-class offers. The secret in building world-class offers is actually talking to the people, talking to hundreds and hundreds of your clients, seeing what is it that they're looking for, okay? What is it that they want, and how do they think? And based on that, you can reverse engineer the data so that you build an offer that is guaranteed to land. Okay, again, this is how you literally guarantee that your offer is going to work and that you're actually going to get clients and that there is going to be demand for it. Okay, so this is how it works. But again, at this point, you should have built your offer. If you're not sure like how to build your offer, I have other videos on my channel where I just literally talk about how to build a world-class offer, like exactly what are the things that you need to do. So you can check out those videos just in case you want help with building the actual offer. Okay, and obviously off the back of the research, because you're just gonna see patterns, you're going to be able to build your cold DM scripts. You're going to be able to build your email scripts, the pitch copy, right? Like what you're actually going to pitch on a call. So you're going to be able to build a lot of things off the back of the market research. But let's just continue with the research and explain how you would use that. So when collecting data, more specifically, you need to be looking for certain things, okay? So you need to be looking for the commonalities between all of the different interviews, and you need to extract the common patterns from the interviews. Like what is the thing that they all talk about, right? What is the one thing that all of your clients are talking about, and the one thing that they actually need, okay? Because you're going to have to extract that and build it in your offer. So, for example, with my market, when I was doing my, research, and obviously after having conducted like literally over 1,000 calls with coaches and consultants, there were some common things that they were all saying, okay? Like this is something all of them were saying. So for example, they were saying like, I'm just not getting my offer from the right people, okay? When I was asking like, okay, but what is the problem? Okay, what is the problem that you're facing? Again, they were all saying, hey, I'm just not getting my offer in front of the right people. So obviously this is how they're thinking. Now I can use this piece to build a world-class offer, and just to say something like, hey, I'm going to help you to position your offer in front of the right people. I'm going to help you find the right people for your offer. So this is actually really crazy because, after you conduct like, quite a lot of interviews, and again, like this is about 20 interviews, then you just get the hang of it and you just kind of see the patterns and like how your clients are thinking. Another one is, I just can't find my people, right? I can't find the right people, which is, kind of like the same thing with this one. Another common thing that they were saying, and they're still saying, right? I just want to work with my clients. I don't want to spend time doing outreach. I don't want to spend time doing marketing. So again, you are getting an insight on how your prospects are actually thinking. And this is the most powerful thing that you can have, knowing how your prospects think, because again, you can reverse engineer everything so that you can actually get them interested. Another one is, once I get on a call with a qualified prospect, my conversion rate is high. I want to help people, right? It's like the longer term goal for coaches, consultants. I want to help people, making an impact, maybe write a book, speak on stages, do, face-to-face retreats and, stuff like that. But the point is that when you are conducting the interviews, okay, you need to extract the common things that they are all saying, and you need to extract the common desire. Like what is the main thing that all of them want, okay? So you need to be looking for patterns, and once you're going to find those patterns, okay, so for example, with coaches, they all need clients. So this is what all of them were saying. And obviously, that with your offer, you need to promise clients. Now, some of the other things is obviously you're going to find the common phrases that they're using, and you're also going to be able to use this in your offer. Okay. You're also going to be able to use this in your VSLs, your, cold email scripts and stuff like that. So again, This is absolute gold. Okay, this is absolute gold. I cannot emphasize enough like how important market research is, and this is like just pure gold that you're going to be able to leverage to get the right people. Okay, so obviously this is the first part when it comes to getting clients. Now if you just do this thing alone, again, you're going to know exactly what to say to get people on calls and exactly what to say to be able to close them. You're going to know exactly how to actually, craft an offer that is, again, guaranteed that is going to land, how to build the best copy, the best email scripts, the best DM scripts. So just off the back of this first step, which is the market research. But obviously this is not all that there is to it. This is just the first step. The second step is a no-brainer guarantee. So if you don't have any experience at all, right, with your offer, with your business, or you're just launching like a brand new offer in a brand new market, the guarantee is absolutely going to save you, and this is how you're going to easily get clients. Because honestly, a no-brainer guarantee is even better than a crazy promise. Okay, this is just how it is. So the guarantee removes the risk for the client and builds confidence. Okay, so again, it's even more important than the promise itself. And so what the guarantee is that even in the worst case scenario, they should still be better off than when they pretty much started with you. So essentially, this is the principle that makes your offer a no-brainer. Okay, so because why wouldn't they move forward if even in the worst case scenario, okay, they are going to be in a better position than they were when they first started with you. Okay, so that means that your guarantee pretty much protects them, and even the worst case scenario is actually a quite good scenario. Okay, so there are multiple types of guarantees that you can offer. Okay, some guarantees are going to be more powerful than others, but I'm going to explain like what are the guarantees that you should offer for your with your business if, again, you don't have any previous experience at all. Okay, so obviously there are different levels of guarantees. So even from starting from I'm going to work with you for free until you do achieve the result, right? Because obviously you need a tangible result to promise. So this is level 1 of guarantee, which is not that strong, right? It's actually kind of weak. The second level of guarantee, which is going to be even stronger, okay, is going to be, or you're going to get the result, or if I don't get you the result, then you're going to get X amount worth of coaching for free and unlimited one-on-one support until you do actually achieve the result. This is kind of like the same thing with this level, but it's a little bit more nuanced. And just to clarify here, you're not actually going to send them 3,000, right? You're not going to wire them 3,000, but you're going to put a price on your coaching fees, okay? So this is one of it. The next level of guarantees, which is, this is where we start to get, actually serious about this, is you will get a full refund. Okay, so if they don't get the result, you're going to get a full refund. Okay, now obviously you need to have stipulations in place for this one in the contract, but if they get a refund, then it's actually quite good. And like, for example, what you can do with this is you can promise, and I'm just gonna go with like a normal offer for coaches, consultants, like, hey, I promise you that you're gonna get 25 high ticket paying clients. Okay, this might be your promise: 25 high ticket paying clients in the next 6 months. Okay, now your refund guarantee, and basically the guarantee can be like, hey, if you don't get the 25 paying clients in the next 6 months, you're gonna get a full refund. Well, that is a no-brainer offer because they know that in the next 6 months, they're going to get the 25 paying clients. And if they don't, well, they didn't pay anything. Now, something else that you can do, which is going to be even stronger, right? If you don't get the 25 paying clients, you're going to get a full refund, okay? If you don't get them, obviously, in the next 6 months, then you're going to get a full refund. Plus, I'm going to work with you for free until you do get the 25 paying clients. So again, this is even better because besides them getting a refund, you're going to work with them for free until they get the 25 paying clients. And this is going to happen in the next 6 months. Okay. And then even stronger, and this is like a red zone guarantee, which I want to recommend that you do it, especially in the beginning. But if they don't get the 25 paying clients in the next 6 months, then you can, you offer them a full refund, but you're also going to transfer them 5,000 and you're going to work with them for free until they do actually, get the result, until they do actually get a 25 paying clients. So, this is quite a crazy offer. I don't recommend it that you do in the beginning, but this is frankly the most powerful guarantee that you can have on offer. Okay, so this is actually insane. But I want to talk about one of the easiest and proven ways to actually get high ticket clients if you don't have any experience at all. So this is what I like to call the pay on results model. Okay, so the pay on results model, how it works is, you would charge a setup fee, right? And the setup fee, right, because obviously we're talking about high ticket offers, right? Like an offer that would normally cost, like, let's say 5,000 or 6,000 or so on. how you would charge this is you would charge first of all, like a setup fee. Okay, a setup fee that can be around $1,000 or $2,000. Okay, and it's just like a one-time fee. Now, is the setup fee, and then after the setup fee, you literally take a percentage out of the revenue that you generated, or depending on your offer, you can also take a certain amount per booked call, right? Like for example, if whatever you work with chiropractors, and then you can just negotiate with them, and then you would take like $100 per walk-in or something like that. Okay, if you want to run their paid ads or something like that. But the point is that how you can position this offer is you can just purely position it as on pay on results, like 100% pay on results. You only pay for X result. You only pay for clients. Okay. And obviously this is how you set it up, but you need to get some form of investment from the business owner to actually get their commitment, but also obviously make some money. So you would just tell them like, hey, look, this is how we're going to work together. You're just going to pay me like whatever, 5% out of revenue that I generated for you, or whatever it is, right? But for me to set everything up, it's just going to be like a one-time fee of $1,000 or one-time fee or $2,000. Okay, so this way, because you're going to position your offer this way as paying results, you're going to get a lot of calls. You're just going to get a lot of people interested in your actual offer, and they're going to want to jump on a call with you and talk to you. And once you get them on a call, you take them through the line of questioning. Okay, and then this is when you make the offer like, hey, look, for us to work together, I'm just going to take a percentage, so it's literally no risk for you. But for that, obviously, we're going to need to set up some things. There are going to be some expenses on our end. I need to buy some software. I need to pay a VA or whatever. And just to cover the cost, the setup would be a one time of $1,000 or $2,000. And obviously, you need to have one price for the call. But this is literally how you would present that. Okay, it's really simple. This is how you would present this. And this is how you would do this. And this is how you're going to get people on calls. And it's literally like a no-brainer for them, because it's a low ticket, like a low barrier of entry, like only 1,000 or 2,000. And they only pay for the result. Okay. Now, the closer that you can get for the result, like for example, if you promise high ticket clients, it's better to charge them per client instead of charging them per call. So you always want to charge as close to the money as possible, essentially, right? Because you don't want to charge per lead, because this again puts a lot of risk on their shoulders, because a lead may or may not convert into a paying client. So you always need to think about like, how can I make it such a no-brainer that it's literally impossible for them to say no. And this pay on results model is the best one that we have seen so far, especially if you don't have any experience at all. It works really, really well. So this is how it works, and this is pretty much how you're going to crush it with an offer, for a high ticket offer, if you don't have any experience at all. Now, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, because YouTube is going to show you more videos like this one, and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to post no fluff videos just like this one that are going to get to the point, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get clients. And look, if you're going to do this alone, what you can do after you have conducted the 20 market research interviews is you can just go back to those people and just say like, hey, look, my product is finalized. Let's get on a call if you're interested, because I want to show you how this will work and how I can potentially help you solve X problem. So you can actually reach out to all of those people, right, who you've conducted the interviews with, talk to them, and this is how you can easily get like 4 clients in the next 60 days. Okay, really simple. Get back to the people with, that you've conducted the research interviews with, make them the offer, just let them know like, hey, my product is fully finalized. How about we have a call so I can explain how this would look like? I can show you on the inside. I can give you some free access to like a module or whatever. And we can also talk about how I can potentially help you. No-brainer offer. This is how you get them. And then you sign your first few clients. There we go. Super easy, super simple. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. Again, getting back to it, because I'm going to post more no-fluff videos just like this one. And that's pretty much about it. I'm going to see you in the next video.